Hey everyone, Tom here from TomBerkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, TomBerkenmeyer.com. So, I'm a very sentimental lad. This June, it will be 8 years since I closed on this house. At the time of this video, it's March 22nd, 2018. Hello, my first viewer, Beth. Nice to see you. So I wanted to do this little live feed. I think, after the construction workers come in, I'm not getting rid of this house. I'm just converting my house into a rental property. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Tammy. And the construction cost to basically renovate this whole thing and turn it into a beautiful, stellar rental property, single-family home, is going to be, the estimated cost is about $13,000. I'm hoping they finish under budget, but we'll see. That's a lot of money, but I'm extremely grateful that I can just write a check today. I went to my bank and just had a cashier's check made to cover the $13,000. I'm really grateful I can do that. So that's a pretty big deal. Holy shit. So a lot of things that they're going to have done, I'm going to talk to them and come in here and do some more video footage, actually, once they're all finished and before they find tenants. So I'll do a walkthrough and I'll take you guys with and we'll see what it looks like. I'll do one now. That way we will have something to compare and contrast. Hi, Lisa, Andy, Beth. Oh, it's so great to see you guys. So here's what it looks like now. And I'll explain what they told me they're going to do. Basically, they're going to rip out all of these mirrors. I thought they were kind of cool. But for the rental purpose, I guess they don't want those in there, and that's fine. They're going to redo this whole wall. The mantle will stay, I think. They're taking up all this carpet throughout the entire house. It's all going to be hardwood floors, LVC, to be honest with you. That's not cheap material, but it lasts forever, and it is so nice. So this is going to be a spectacular home. All the curtains, you can see, are going to be replaced. All of that stuff is going to be replaced. Everything that you see in here right now is leftover stuff that I don't want. So, the construction company will deal with this. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but they'll find something. I don't know, throw it away or give it to Goodwill, who knows. Oh, that reminds me, that clock over there, I think I'm going to want to take that off the wall. Right now I'm just going through and making sure I have everything that I want, because after today I pretty much gave the keys to the construction workers. They're going to come in maybe as early as tomorrow, set up a lockbox, and start working on it. So I'll show you what else they're going to do. This hallway area here is going to be completely redone. New walls, the ceiling will be redone. The hutch is beautiful. That's going to stay where it is. The lighting isn't so great because the sun is starting to go down right now. Let me turn the kitchen light on. Hey Renee, hey Wendy, hey everyone. The kitchen is going to be redone. Actually, it's a beautiful kitchen. This doesn't need a lot of work, but it's going to have new countertops and it's going to have a new sink. The cabinets are perfect, so they don't need to touch those. That's good because those are expensive. What else? They're going to redo the electrical system in this house. They're going to upgrade it and do some other things and put some new outlets in and stuff like that. What else? What else can I show you? They're going to redo the bathroom, which is right here. And all this flooring is all going to come up. This room here, this is a half bedroom. They're going to make this into the laundry room. It's a big thing now. People that rent properties or even buy houses, they like the washer dryer unit to be upstairs instead of in the basement. So they're going to run a gas line and redo all the electrical and plumbing and whatever that goes into moving all that up here. So this is going to be the laundry room and the stuff room where they put stuff in, one of those rooms where you put stuff in and you do laundry in. So that's going to be this room. And all that carpet, like I said, is going to be replaced by hardwood LVC stuff. Lasts forever. So beautiful. Hi, Jan. Hi, Tammy. And so those are some of the key features they're going to be doing. Oh, also the outside porch. I'll take you out there and I'll show you. It's kind of beat up a little bit concrete-wise. I don't know if you can see that too well. The porch area, the concrete's all going to be redone. So all in all, that's a $13,000 construction job to upgrade this house and to renovate it and do everything that they're going to do with it. And my new tenants are going to be very happy. So those are I think they're going to put new track lighting in here too. So there's a lot of electrical work that's going to be done as well. So it's going to be a stellar house, and I'm really looking forward to having that all done. They said it'll take about 3 weeks-ish once they start the construction project. And that's that. So when I got this house almost 8 years ago, it was June 30th, 2010. I closed on it, so it was officially mine. And it's a big part of my story because I paid cash for that house. And I was only 32 years old. And I don't know many people any age, let alone only 32 years old, that don't have a mortgage or rent. So that's a pretty sweet deal. And just a few years before that, I had an income of zero, and I was almost scared to death of, or I was scared to death of possibly becoming homeless someday, let alone being able to afford a place to live and all that stuff. And it took me just a few years to come to this place where I could actually solve all those problems and go above and beyond that and buy a house in cash and travel and fire my boss and not have a job. And it's been a long time since I've had a job. Hi, Lori, Kayla, Nicole. Can't wait to see the finished product. Yeah, me too, believe me. And so that's a big part of my story, and that's why I share that with you guys, because I'm always looking for those people that want to be inspired by stories of overcoming stuff, because it's like we've all got these problems with money and time and lack of skill and background and our past and mindset stuff and who knows what else. So that's a big part of my story. And the whole mechanism, the mechanics, the vehicle, that's the word I'm looking for, a vehicle, for how I was able to go from this place of no income, is scared to death of being homeless, to getting a home in cash, fire my boss, and being a free human being and not needing a job anymore, was because a long time ago, over 10 years ago, the girl that I was dating, hi Donnie, hi Chris, she was involved in a home business around health and fitness. She was adding health and fitness to people's lives and making a residual income doing it. And so I said no for 3.5 months until I eventually said yes. And once I said yes, I just wanted to learn. So I learned it all day long, but I wasn't intellectually masturbating with everything that I was learning. Do you like that phrase? Intellectually masturbating? Hi, Christine. So I wanted to learn. I was crazy about learning, but I always made it my own personal homework assignment. Everything I learned, and one day I would pick at least one thing I could take action on so I could avoid being an educated derelict or an intellectual masturbator. So as much as I loved learning, I probably loved taking action even more. But so that's what I did. I took on this learning curve and acting on what I learned inside the home business arena, adding health and fitness to people's lives, including my own, because I needed it. I was extremely unfit back then. And I just learned how to make a residual income doing that, which is way better than job money. And most self-employed people, too, have got it all wrong. But that's how I was able to buy this house in cash almost 8 years ago, and not need a boss anymore, and I haven't had a job in a very long time, and I can travel and do all these things. That's how I'm able to do that. And I love telling these stories because I'm always excited about the mystery of the unknown of who that's going to inspire to take action. So private message me if you want to see what I've been doing for over 10 years that allowed me to do these things, and I'll show it to you. And if it turns you on, not just interested, but if it turns you on, then we'll do it. So private message me and ask me, and I'll show it to you. Okay, so that $13,000 construction project, because my focus, I switched the focus to residual income away from job money and most self-employed people, how they do it. I switched the focus to residual and passive income. So that means not only can I afford the $13,000 construction project and make a really stellar place for future tenants to live here and be really happy, that $13,000 check, it's not getting in the way of anything. I'm still going to buy myself a cruise later this week. It's going to be like a $1,600, $1,700 package I'm buying. I'm going to pay for it all up front, so it's not getting in the way of that. And I'm also buying some airline tickets for a couple of future trips I've got coming up. So it's not stopping me or getting in the way of doing anything. And it's because of that whole concept of residual income and my good sense to make that the priority instead of a job income or self-employment income and all that other crazy stuff. So that's that. And I can't wait to come walk through here when this is all done before I've got tenants. And I'll do one last walkthrough. So I guess this is the second to last video when I look at it that way. And I'll stitch the videos together in the end and have one big, beautiful before and after video. And it'll be really cool. Hi, Verena. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Lori, Tammy, everyone. So great to see you guys. Charlene, Harlan. If I missed your name, I apologize. All right, so I'm going to end this in a minute here. That's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys, is just do a walkthrough of what it looks like now so we can compare later when I come back when it's all done. And also just tell you the story, the backdrop of this house and how it came to be, and see who that inspires to reach out to me to ask me what I've been doing for over 10 years now, for people that want that for themselves too. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Vanessa. And so yeah, that's it. That concludes this live feed. Thanks everybody for supporting me. I support anything cool you want to do too. And feel free to comment about what you're up to, some exciting changes in your life, some crossroads, some new phases, something you're inspired to take action on. Feel free to comment about that. I'd love reading about it. This would be a good thread for it. And you can always privately tell me about it too, and I'll be your cheerleader, your male cheerleader. So, hi Dawn. So thanks everybody, I appreciate it very much. And again, my website is tombirkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, tombirkenmeyer.com. I'll also update some stuff there too with what's going on. This definitely deserves a blog entry. Hi Harlan. Hi Tiffany. Okay, bye for now everybody. This will be archived on my timeline if you want to go back and watch it, okay? Mwah! Make out kisses. Make out kisses. Those are the best kind. Unless you're talking about grandma, then that would be gross and creepy. On that note, take care everybody. Phase 1 of the project, the demo of the carpets and ripping off of these mirrors that I thought were pretty cool. But for rental property, they wanted to get rid of them. The hardwood floors are actually in really great shape. I've never seen them before. It's always had carpeting over it. Amazing. It's wild seeing everything like this. Oh wow, look at all that. The kitchen. Whew. Amazing. Man, they did that quick. Now this one I already ripped the carpet out anyway, years ago. And here too, I had ripped the carpets out already. They got rid of a big old desk that was here, a very heavy one. Very thankful about that. All this was carpeted. Those tiles were coming apart anyway. Wow, look at that. The tiles underneath this one. These tiles I've never seen before. This is what was on top, and then I got this. Amazing. No, wait, actually, this is over this. And then there was another set of tiles that I was familiar with over this. We're looking at about 3 layers here. This, then this is the next layer down, then that's the next layer down below that. So there's been many layers of different tiles laid over this. And the one that I'm familiar with has been over this. I mean, wow, this looks like it was from the 70s. Maybe this was the 60s and the 50s, and maybe that's from the 1940s and 30s and 20s. This was built in 1927, so maybe, or 1920 something. So maybe this is the original. And the next was this in like the 50s, and then this in the 70s or something. Then the one I'm familiar with, who knows, 90s or something. Just incredible, man. Turn the slide off. And this wallpaper, wow. That's wild. So beneath the paneling was this from a long time ago. It's neat seeing the different layers of history of this house. Well, that's the first phase. I'll be back another day. Hi friends, well let's do a little tour. Today is the morning of April 5th, 2017, before the construction workers get here, and I'll be out of here before they get here because I'm not participating in that. So let me give you the tour. Does this thing flip around? I think it does. Yes it does, okay cool. So here we go. I guess I'll start from the outside. So I'm coming into my house, blah 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 blah. So they got all the carpets ripped out. Well, that's a change. There used to be these awesome glass mirror panelings here. Those are gone now. I knew, well, they told me what they were doing, so this isn't a surprise, but it looks cool. The paneling is going to be painted over, primed and then painted over. It's going to brighten up the room, and I wish this thing would focus. There we go. So they're obviously hard at work doing all kinds of stuff. Check this out. This is one of the first things I noticed. They put a new ceiling fan. Hey Jackie, remember this house? I think you've been here before. You carved a really cool pumpkin for me. And I'll always have those pictures. So they put in that new ceiling fan. I had a cheap little light fixture put in here once in track lighting. Wasn't my best work, or maybe it was. I'm just not that good at electrical stuff. Another thing I noticed is they swapped out this little dimmer switch that I had here with two light switches. Well, I'm assuming one of them is for the fan and the other is probably for a light. So the dimmer is gone, two new switches. All the carpets are ripped out. Hi Paulette, good morning. So they're doing great work in here, and here's the paint stuff to paint the interior. And let's see here. The hutch is one of the coolest things about this house, I think. I just love that hutch. The hallway. So nothing really new in here except the fan. Yeah, that's right. Every room in here now has a ceiling fan, a really, really nice ceiling fan. Hi Brittany. Hi Gloria. Nice, can't wait to see it when it's done. Time for me to go get to bed. Okay, Jackie, go to bed. You living like a rock star. It's 8:17 in the morning, 9:17 in the morning where you are. So all the flooring, the reason why they ripped out all the carpets is because it's going to be replaced with really nice LVC flooring and ceiling fans in every room, and it's got central AC, so between the central AC and the ceiling fans, it looks like they're in the process of putting this one up. You can see all the tiles are gone because this is going to be LVC flooring as well. Looks like they haven't gotten to the countertop yet. Maybe, oh yeah, here's the new sink. They're going to replace the sink. Jackie, maybe you remember this when you were visiting. There's this big dent right here that I never really cared about. But now since I'm going to be renting this out, it's getting a new sink. So it looks like there's the new sink, tipped upside down. Bonjour, Kimri Mahawadian. I'm sorry I pronounced your name incorrectly. Let's see here, some other stuff. Oh yeah, here's the old fan that was up there. The old kitchen ceiling fan. Obviously that's trashed now. So that's not going to be recycled. And here's the ceiling fan that came from one of the bedrooms, so that's been replaced. So it's all new ceiling fans in every room. And a new sink and the new countertop is yet to be installed, so probably the next time I come in here. Yeah, the next time I come in here is going to be just a couple days from now, and that's going to be just before the paint goes on, and definitely before the LVC stuff happens. And these mirrors are, I love these mirrors. I was a little sad when they said it was best to remove them, but I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's going to be rented out now anyway. I'm not living here anymore, so whatever you got to do to make it the most awesome rentable place ever, do it. Let's see here. Looks like they're going to replace the cover to the attic with something more pretty. And let's see here. Oh yeah. This is still here. They haven't got, this is my original corkboard ceiling from when I first purchased this 8 years ago. Maybe I'll bring that with me just because it's a funny story. But it looks like that ceiling fan is there. So this room is actually going to be the new laundry room. The laundry is going from the basement to up here because that's a popular thing with renters now. Since this room doesn't really have a closet and it's kind of small to be anything else, this is going to be a laundry room and a stuff room. So laundry and stuff. And it looks like they've got some electrical stuff here already. Some other stuff, water, a plug, exhaust. So looks like they're doing pretty good in here. Eventually we'll have a laundry and dryer unit, wash machine and dryer. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this with me just because it's a super funny story behind this. Everything in here looks great. Bathroom. I don't really think they're going to be doing much of anything in here. Yep, looks like a shower stall. So that's pretty cool. Whoops, stepping on stuff. What else here? Are they doing anything in here? Oh yeah, they still got stuff to get rid of. Some of my old stuff that I don't want anymore. Pots and pans. I think that's about it for now. Oh yeah, the basement. Let's go to the basement and see what's cooking down there. Alright, so they've unplugged some things because the light switch doesn't work anymore, but this is basically the mudroom. We still got all this stuff to throw away that's on the shelves, but let's see if they've done anything. Oh wow, okay, so they haven't thrown the furniture out yet. I recommended maybe my future tenants would enjoy this furniture in case they're looking for new furniture or don't have any of their own. I have no idea if this is going to stay here or if they're going to throw it out. No clue. So that's where the washer dryer used to be. It was right there on that little platform. Hi Esther, hi Stephanie, hi Susan, good morning. Hi Raquel, good morning. Christine, good morning. And let's see what else in here. So yeah, this basically looks like a construction site, that's for sure. This was some of the glass stuff upstairs that I told you that I like so much. I'll just keep that here, I don't need it. What else? There's the water over there, the water line. There was a bunch of junk on this table. I can see they got rid of that, so that's cool. And some other stuff to get rid of. So not too much going on down here. I do know there was an electrical violation they said they updated. Oh, and all the circuitry. Apparently this is all, wow, yeah, this whole box is new, man. Holy cow. Apparently they amped it up and added stuff, and I don't know the terminology for all these things. I really don't know. In fact, how the hell do you open this thing? Well, it doesn't open like a circuit box that I'm familiar with. But anyway, it's the latest and greatest. Oh, and there's the old one, I guess, right there. I do remember that. So that's, I guess, the only major thing I see done with the basement is updating the electrical. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back up through the mudroom. What's in here? I don't remember. Just empty boxes. Actually, I might bring those empty boxes back home with me. Sometimes those are useful to have around. All right. Hi, Leslie. Good morning. That about concludes the tour of what's going on so far. So you put this back around on me. I miss not having these mirrors here, but I don't live here anymore. I'll have tenants. It's okay. So the next video that I make, I'm going to be doing it before the paint, probably, and then for sure after the painting is over, and then again after the flooring is done, and then once it's all finished, I'll do a video as well. So probably a few more videos to go, and then at the end, I'll stitch them all together so that you got this progressive thing from beginning to end. So that'll be kind of cool. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, and I'll close on this final note because the construction people will probably be here real soon. I don't want to be in their way. Final note, this is my house that I purchased 8 years ago, so I have a lot of sentimental value to this. Of all my rental properties, this will be the only one I have sentimental value to because I lived here for 8 years, and it's my house. It's a big part of my story because I bought this house in cash when I was 32 years old. I just wrote a check and bought it in cash, no rent, no mortgage. It's great. So obviously this is going to cash flow really well with tenants living here because there's no mortgage, no rent, so it's going to cash flow beautifully. And 100% of it I'll roll back into itself to buy more houses with, which is really cool. And the whole reason I was able to get this with cash at 32 years old, and the reason why I still don't need to take out distributions now that I'm going to be renting it and it'll have beautiful cash flow, I can 100% roll it back into itself, is because over 10 years ago, back in August of 2007, the girl I was dating at the time, she got involved in a home business. She was adding health and wellness to people's lives, including her own, and making residual money doing it as her own boss. And she invited me. I said no for 3.5 months until I said yes. And then I took on that learning curve because I didn't know how to do it, but I wanted to learn. I saw what she was doing, how healthy she was getting, how she was feeling, and the money she started making. And like, I want money and health. So I said yes. So I got on that learning curve. In my spare time, I had about 20 minutes a day to do it. That was about it. I wasn't sure that was enough time, to be honest with you, but apparently it was. So a couple of years or so of doing that, 20 minutes a day and learning every day from scratch, I eventually figured it out and I got it done and retired myself from the job rocket, bought a house in cash, and now I travel and I spend my time what I want. At the end of the day, it's about time freedom to be able to do what you want when you want without living underneath the thumb of somebody that can tell you what to do, holding, dangling your livelihood in front of you. So it's all about freedom and people that are turned on by freedom. That's a big part of why I'm making these videos, and a lot of the content that I make is to find out who else is turned on by freedom as well. And if you are, and you want to see what I've been doing, and you want to do it for yourself too, and for your family and other people around you, and learn how to add health and wellness to our lives, and make residual money doing it, then private message me, and I'll show you what I've been doing. And if it turns you on, we'll do it. You can be part of our team, our community, and we'll do it together. So I'll close on that note. Hi Jason, hello Karen. So I'll make another video soon, in the next couple days or so. Take care everybody, bye for now. And my website, as always, is tombirkenmeier.com. Just like it's spelled here on social media, tombirkenmeier.com. And I've also got fireyourboss.xyz. It's not .com, don't go there. It's .xyz, fireyourboss.xyz. And that URL is probably more in alignment with maybe the message at the end of this video, fireyourboss.xyz. So take care, everybody. Tom, that's a fantastic achievement of time. That's really, well, thank you very much, Stephanie. I appreciate that. And by the way, we just opened in Great Britain. I believe that's where you live. England, our friends across the pond. So this is now open to you. If you want to look at it, let me know. I'll send a video to you. Bye for now. Hi everyone. So let's go on a tour, see how things are going. The biggest update recently is the whole thing being painted, and then next they're going to lay down the flooring. So if you dig this kind of stuff I'll be talking about and sprinkling in as I go on the tour, my website is tombirkenmeier.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, tombirkenmeier.com. Hi Kat, hi Wendy, so let's get started. Tap, tap, flip around. So, as you can see, the flooring has yet to be done, but if you look at the first video that I made, you'll see the walls look different, the ceiling looks different. Fresh coat of paint. This was a very dark wood paneling. You can still kind of see the pattern of the wood paneling. So that's been painted over. But once the flooring goes in, this is, I mean, it already looks pretty cool, right? But once the flooring goes in, it's going to look much closer to completion and will look really cool, no doubt. Between new flooring and a new coat of paint, oh my goodness. And most of the work that's been done in this house, you can't really see because it's behind the walls, plumbing, electrical work, because they're doing some things, lots of electrical upgrades and moving the laundry room upstairs. So there's a lot of things that have to be redone just from that one project alone. Hi, Andy. Hearts in your eyes. Thanks for that, Andy. Fresh coat of paint. The doors have been painted. All the molding, the trim work, everything painted. Even inside of the closet. This ceiling fan is new. In fact, most rooms of the home now have a ceiling fan. The living room ceiling fan, that is brand new. There was track lighting that went up over here, but that's gone now, and they put a fan. The kitchen had a ceiling fan. They replaced it with this fancy light. Hi, Deborah. This is about the only room in the house that doesn't have a ceiling fan, just a light. Hi, Mondo, my friend of almost 30 years. Holy shit. Good morning. Just like the rest of the house, just the flooring has to be done, except in the kitchen. I'm also getting a new countertop and a sink, and they've already got the sink here, so they will be installing that, I guess, this week. The people doing the flooring, I was told they come in the day after tomorrow, Wednesday, the 11th of April. I love this hutch here. I've always loved that. They decided they're going to keep it, and I'm like, yeah, we're keeping that. Hi, Bobette. Good morning. This hallway area looks so much nicer. I went 100% based on what their recommendation is for all of this. But man, I love the coloring. The trim work compared to the ceiling paint, compared to the walls. There's only 3 colors throughout this whole house. The trim work, the ceiling, and the walls. And that's it. It keeps it really simple. Also, because we're dealing with so many rental units, using a paint that's in stock and by the same company and keeping everything uniform and by protocol makes it really easy between tenants for the maintenance and construction company to, if they have to touch up, they don't have to go out and figure out what kind of paint it was with a room with different colors in every room. Everything is the same, so touch up and new paint between tenants and whatever else just makes it a lot easier and a lot cheaper too, for that matter. So I really like the way that my management company and my construction company does this. They're really good. This is going to be the laundry room, by the way. You can see they've moved some stuff up here, some plug-ins on the floor, exhaust, water, hot and cold. Another, I'm not sure what that pipe is for, but they do, so it's fine. So this is going to be a laundry room. The bathroom, nothing in here has changed because it doesn't need to be changed. This is going to be the only room that does not have LVC flooring. They're just going to keep this really nice linoleum flooring in here. Shower stall. So yeah, the bathroom has got the least amount of work, if any at all, so that's pretty cool. One of the 2 bedrooms. This paint job looks so beautiful. Let me turn the light on. Ceiling fan, because all the rooms have a ceiling fan and a light. And this house does have central AC, so my tenants are going to have central AC with ceiling fans. Lots of options here. And the way this house is positioned, it gets an awesome cross breeze. So they're going to have plenty of options to chill out, cool down, relax. It's going to be a very, very comfortable, happy place for my tenants to live. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. And that's about it. Let me turn this thing back around. Trying to. Here we go. So that's it. I'll be doing at least one more tour for sure after they get the floor down, and probably after everything else is done. I told them to let me know when it's completed before they get it rented out, and then I'll walk through it and I'll give you guys a tour of the finished product. It should be really nice by the time it's all finished. It's already come so long. So, and closing of this video, if you'd like to see what I've been doing for the past over 10 years now that affords me the option of doing things like this, and this house I bought in cash, so there's no mortgage, no rent on it. And I haven't had a job in well over a decade. It's been 12 years. Yeah, 12 years since I had a job. And I found a better way to afford stuff, that's for sure. And to spend my time how I want without having to check in with anybody or request time off or check my bank account or make sure I've got the time to do it. It was a learning curve, but for those of you that like learning curves, want to learn something new, for your own personal freedom, just private message me. I'll send you a direct link. You can look at what I've been doing, and if there's an interest on your end, then we'll do it together. Bye for now, everybody. From one of my 7 houses. I'll have number 8 later this year, possibly 8 and 9. So I might be getting 1 or 2 more houses this year after this one. So I'm happy about that. Bye for now, everybody. Well, friends, let's do this, shall we? My house. TomBerkenmeyer.com is my website for those of you that are interested. TomBerkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media. First, before we get to my house, I love these tulips. They're blooming right now. Summer has finally come in 2018. We just bypassed right over spring and went straight to summer after an extended winter. So let me flip this around and get to my house. I know it flips somehow. Here it is. And here we go. My beautiful house. Hi, Kevin. Nice to see you. Jode, everyone that's here. I've already, went into the lockbox and got the key to save time and frustration. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. So this would be the living room. When this is all done, by the way, I'm going to stitch all the videos together. And today is May 8th, 2018. They've installed electrical switches. There was a lot of work done on the construction side. Then the maintenance guys came in here and the cleaning people and made it rent ready. But there was a lot of construction that went down here. The floors are all new. It was completely demoed, ripped up. A lot of the walls were gone into for the electrical work and everything up to code. The walls are all new and fresh painted, ceiling painted. Every room, almost every room has a ceiling fan now with lights. There's cable hookups in every room. The house is completely renovated and rehabbed and brand new, basically. Hi Debs, hi Hannah. They did a lot of really great work in here. So it's essentially a new home, even though it was built in 1924 or 20 something. I don't remember what year. But it's a beautiful space. They did a great job here. There's so many amenities and outlets and ceiling fans in just about every room. The windows are gorgeous. This fireplace setup here is gorgeous. That's a fake fire, by the way. It's pretty awesome. They did a really, really great job here, so I'm very happy with that. All right, so let's move onward from the living room. The arched hallway, I think, is pretty cool. 2 arched hallways. I love that cabinet in the corner here, built in. What town, Nancy? Hi, Mel. Hi, Amethyst. Hi, Nancy. This is Kenosha, Wisconsin. Hi, Missy. I just love that cabinet built right into the corner there. It's gorgeous and woodsy, and oh, I just love it. This whole hallway is beautiful. Everything up to code, brand new. And this flooring, by the way, LVC flooring, it was pricey, I'm not gonna lie. It costed over $4,000 to reach just the floors alone. The countertop is new, the sink is new, cabinets are in perfect, gorgeous shape. All this stuff is new here. The range, I just got the range and the refrigerator about a year ago, so we didn't swap those out, no need to, they're still new. So just about everything else in here is like new. Hi Nicole, hi Linda, very nice to see you guys. So the kitchen is gorgeous, as you can see. I'll go to the basement first and show you the base. Here's a little mud room, all sorts of cork boards and whatnot to put tools on. So my tenants are gonna love that. Lots of shelving space in here. Going down the mud room into the basement. It's not a finished basement, but it's a full basement. Lots of ceiling room, headroom. It's definitely not a crawl space. Full basement to store lots of things. The water heater is new, and more cork boards and stuff to put, or peg boards I think they're called, to put lots of tools on, and lots of shelving space with a bunch of stuff left over that they'll probably find useful. That whole electrical unit is brand new. That electrical bar, everything about it is brand new. All of the electricity, from what I was told, was upgraded. A lot of the plumbing was upgraded. The laundry area was moved from the basement to the upstairs. I'll show you that when I go back upstairs. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. You have a friend that has identical floor. Nice. Cool. Those floors last forever, and they better because they costed thousands and thousands of dollars. Just another space in here. The only thing in here that isn't new is the furnace. That's about, I don't know, 16, 17 years old. This particular furnace is the best made. They typically last like 30 some odd years, so there was no need to replace the furnace yet. All of this is cleaned up very nicely. Lots of space in this basement. Let me turn the light on here. There we go. Now we can see it just a little bit. It's a pretty cool basement. It's not a finished basement, but it could be a finished basement easily because the ceiling is so high, and it would make a beautiful finished basement, I am sure. But let's go back upstairs. Through the mudroom. Back through the gorgeous brand new kitchen. Oh my God, it's great in here. Through the other arched hallway, the bathroom. I love this doorknob. It's like a crystal or a jewel or something. Just a really nice place to live. Are you selling your house, Tom? No, Linda. I'm renting it. Shower stall. Tiled shower stall. The bathroom is gorgeous. Vanity lighting. One of the bedrooms here. Linda, to answer your question even further, no, I have a property manager that manages all my properties, and they're going to manage this one too. This was my house for 8 years. Well, it's still technically my house. It's just I'm not living here anymore. Oh, look at that. perfect bedroom mirror, especially if you have a sexy, gorgeous couple that's going to be living here, right? And have the bed right here, and when the magic happens in the bed, you got the mirrors over here. Perfect for a gorgeous, sexy couple, right? Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. So, I've always loved those mirrors, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to miss this house, but this is the right decision. There's no question about it. Lots of closet space. And see, they decided to keep the drapes. I thought they were going to replace them with newer drapes, but I don't care. That's fine. I think they look good for the room anyway. See, every room just about has a new ceiling fan. And all the flooring is the same. Hi, Melaine. Very nice to see you. Hi, Stacy. Make sure you rent carefully with those upgrades. Looks beautiful. Oh, believe me. Hi, Sarah. My property manager, they do a great job at vetting prospective tenants. I mean, they look at everything. They know what they're doing. They're experts. This is, you know, a lot of my videos I talk about leverage because that's a wealth concept. So I leverage people that are much smarter than I am, who really know what they're doing with caring for properties, managing tenants, vetting tenants to make sure you get really good tenants. And they're very good at it. So I leave that all up to them to get good tenants in my house. Leverage, remember that, leverage. There's all kinds of ways to leverage. I'm actually writing a course right now about leverage. Some of you might be interested in going through that course when it's all finished, because it is a wealth concept. Rich people leverage, poor people don't. It's true. Hi, Marianne, nice to see you. Oh, I missed a room. Here's, I guess this would be the main bedroom or the master bedroom, right? I love those windows. I love those blinds. I love the color combinations in here. I think it's real pretty. Is this your first house you bought from your aunt? I never bought a house from my Aunt Mel, but this is my first house that I bought 8 years ago, and I did it in cash. That's been a major part of my story. Most people never even pay off their home ever, let alone buy one in cash, and I was 32 when I did that because I got into the home business industry and learned how to marry money and health, and which gives a person many more options in life, like buying a house in cash so there's no mortgage and no rent. It's nice when you have no mortgage and no rent. But no, I bought this from actually a friend of the family 8 years ago. So that worked out really well. Hi, Patricia. Oh yeah, the laundry hookup. I don't know if I ever showed you that. So this is like a half bedroom because it doesn't have a closet, so it's not going to be listed as a bedroom. However, it's been used as a bedroom, but now it's converted to a laundry room. You can see the laundry hookup. They don't have the laundry and dryer in here yet, but you all know what that looks like. So this really will be the final video I do in my house, because soon, hopefully soon, they will find tenants who are going to move in here, and they will put in, my management company will put in the laundry dryer unit. But you can see the hookup there. It's been moved from the basement to the upstairs. This is a trending thing right now. Something I believe will last. When you move the laundry room from the downstairs to the upstairs and you don't have to do stairs anymore, people generally like that and they never want to go back. So this is going to be a huge selling point. In fact, I'm going to talk to my property managers. I think this might actually increase how much we can collect for rent every month. Maybe not by much, or maybe not at all, I don't know, but I'm going to ask them about that, because that's a pretty valuable thing. People love that. So that's all done. Pretty neat. What did I buy for myself? I'm going to get into that in just a second. I talked about it in the past when I made my last video before the construction team came in here. I talked about that very extensively. I'll talk about it again. All right, turn these lights off. I'm going to end this with the story behind this, and also the offering and invitation for you that you cannot resist. And it's completely unrehearsed. Put this back on me. Hi, Tanya. So that was pretty cool, hey? My finished house. It's been completely redone. Hi, Jana. Very nice to see you. So that's it. When I was 32 years old, I bought this house in cash, free and clear. That's pretty awesome in and of itself, because nobody does that. Most people never even get their house paid off, let alone buying one in cash. People live and die under a mortgage. It's just the way that it is. But I got involved in marrying money and health 10 years ago. And a couple years or so after that, I learned how to do good enough. I emphasize learning, because that's all it is. That's the saving grace. You either love to learn something new or you don't. But I loved learning how to do that. So I was able, just a few years after marrying money and health, I was able to have more options. Like, I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to do it in cash so I don't have to deal with a mortgage. And that's the beautiful thing when you have rent or mortgage. It's like, it frees up a lot of money. It's typically the biggest expense for people right after taxes. So that was really cool. And so I've had this for 8 years, and my father passed on. My father passed on about 7 months ago now, almost 7 months ago. And for whatever reason, I just stopped caring about my house. It's not a sign of emotional unhealth. I don't feel emotional. I just feel like I miss him, because I do miss him. There's no regrets, nothing left unsaid. I spent all the time that I needed to with him, and always on a positive note, ended every conversation on a positive note, no matter what was said before that. So I have no regrets about my relationship with my dad. I just miss him to pieces, so to speak. I really miss him. But anyway, my mom, just a couple minutes from here, that's one of the reasons I got this location so close to where my parents lived, which allowed me to help out a lot and visit a lot, because they weren't, a lifelong life of unhealthy lifestyle decisions made them immobile in various ways. And it got worse as they got older. Hi, Heather. Very nice to see you. And so that's one major reason. I wanted to be able to show up and help out so that they didn't have to go to some, assisted living retirement home or something. They could stay in their house. That was one major reason I got this house in this location. It's only a couple minutes away, and I could be there. I was there at least half the time anyway. I mean, I might have been there more than I was here, to be honest with you. And I still have a room over there and everything, so it's easy to sleep over there or sleep here, spend time there, spend time here. It didn't really matter. It was all good. But ever since my dad passed on 7 months ago, I haven't really spent any time there at all. And so, Nicole, you're right. I've got other properties. Good morning, sunshine. So, where was I? I got sidetracked. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So, once my dad passed on, my mom was basically by herself, and I just found myself always over there. I was never here. I spent the first maybe 4 months after my dad passed on, I slept over at my place maybe a total of 2 nights. That was it. I stopped caring about this place, and then I saw the monthly, utility bills coming, even though there's no mortgage in this, and I was like, why don't I just turn this into a rental property? So then I thought about that for, I don't know, a month, or not very long, actually. Usually when I make a decision, it's pretty quick. Hi, Bridget. I'm not much of a procrastinator. I'm Action Jackson, baby. So I don't think I thought about it for a month, maybe more like a week, maybe a couple days, maybe a weekend. Yeah, that's right. It was a weekend, now that I think about it. I thought about it like on a Friday, and by Sunday, so not even the whole weekend, I was like, yeah, I want to do this. So I decided I'm going to convert it into one of my rentals and add it to my portfolio of rental properties. So I've got 6 rentals, 7 now. Most of them are multi-family homes. This is one of my only single-family homes. So I've got a lot of units, and I'm always like to add on to that, because that's a really good idea to do that for residual and passive income. So I contacted my property management company, and I said, hey, things are going on. I don't really care about this house anymore. I'm not really here anymore. Would you guys like to take a look at it, see if it would be worthwhile to fix up and make it rent ready and just add it to my rental units? You guys can do all the construction because you're great at it, and you can then manage it as well. So we met up here, they went through it, and pretty quickly then, yeah, we could do this. Probably pretty inexpensively, and I'm like, okay, cool. So inexpensively turned out to be, I don't remember the exact dollar amount, but it's over somewhere between $14,000 and $15,000. So say 14.5, I don't know. So $14,500 later, that's inexpensive, right? After all the construction and the maintenance crew and the cleaning crew coming through and making all this, the rent-ready crew after that, about $14,500 somewhere in there. It's finally ready to be transferred to the leasing department of the same property management firm that I work with. So that's what's happening this week now that this is all done. And sometime over the next week or so, before June, we should have really great renters. This is a great area. The surrounding neighbors take care of their yards. They're friendly. There's really no crime. It's just a great area of town. And this is a great house. So I should attract, like attracts like, trashy areas that attract trashy tenants. This is a good area, so I'm going to have really great tenants, and they're going to pay a pretty penny, but it's going to be all value, baby, all value. So I'm really looking forward to the cash flow from that in exchange for my tenants just having a gorgeous place that they're absolutely going to love. I have no doubt about it. And so my property management company is going to do all of that. I talk a lot about leverage because it's a wealth concept. Rich people leverage, poor people don't. And the poor that cross over into the rich people, they learn about leverage, which is what I had to do, because at one time I was almost homeless and I had no income and no job. I still don't have a job, but I have much better income than I would if I had a job. Nobody can afford to have a job, but that's another video for another day. Jobs are too expensive. They just, even with the income, it's precisely the income quality that comes with the job, ordinary income. A job is just too costly for anybody to have, to depend on, I should say. But 98% of the population depends on that income, and that's why they're in the rat race and they never get out. It's by design, it's on purpose. You can't get out of the rat race if all you have is a job to depend on. And I make a lot of videos about that. So leverage, learn about leverage. I'm coming out with a course about leverage sometime later this year, and you're welcome to take that course when it's available. Have a beautiful day, Tom. Got to fly. Job well done in the house. Hope to talk to you soon. Absolutely, Linda. Thank you for being here. Hi, Monique. Hi, Cheryl. So now that this is going to be transferred to the leasing department, we're going to have renters by June, just a couple or a few weeks from now, then it should be a done deal. It should be settled and whoop, got something. So as for where I live, because somebody asked that earlier, I moved in back in with my mom. How about that? So my new pickup line, not that I have a pickup line, but if I did have a pickup line, my new line is, hey, I'm 40 years old, I don't have a job, and I live with my mom. Want to go out with me? It's all about context, right? Get some context. I love that line. Hi, Vicki. Nice to see you. Okay. So, and now that you have the backdrop of this whole story and what's happening here, I'll make you the invitation you can't resist. And the invitation is, when I was 30 years old, no, I wasn't 30, I was 29 years old. I was 29 years old, I started dating a girl who got involved in a home business, and the product was health and fitness, and she got great results, and her physical health, believe me, I noticed, and also her financial health, believe me, I noticed that too. And then I had a birthday, I was 30. She invited me before I turned 30, and I said no for about 3.5 months. And then I turned 30, and it was August of 2007, I finally said, yeah, I said I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of being poor, sick and tired of being controlled and manipulated by money dependency to pay bills and eat, sick and tired physically because I would run up a flight of steps and I'd be winded, and I was only 30 years old. That was pathetic, it was sad. So just sick and tired of working hard, going nowhere. How many of you know what that feels like? Working hard but never getting out of the rat race. I was sick and tired of it. And I just, after 3.5 months of thinking about what my girlfriend at the time had offered me, I just said, okay, sign me up. And I actually said, I have no job, I have no income, my health is shit. And because I have no job and no income, I don't even have a way to pay for it or pay it off. So I got very creative. I came up with the funds because I didn't want to use that as an excuse anymore. I looked at my results, I'm like, well, I've used that as an excuse for a while now. Money, time, I don't know what I'm doing, lack of skill. I was a straight D student in school, special ed, you name it. The economy was shit and all these other things, you name it, I had an excuse, and it was a perfect reason why I couldn't do something like this. Well, eventually I flipped that script in my head and I said, instead of these being perfect reasons why I couldn't, these have to become perfect reasons why I must. So it became a perfect reason that I had no skill, that I had straight D student, special ed, piss poor shit health, no experience, no money, no income, no way to pay for this, all those things. I decided, okay, it's a perfect reason why I have to get started. That's just what it's going to boil down to. So it became a perfect reason, and that forced my brain to actually look for answers. Like, it didn't change my circumstances when I flipped the script. The circumstances are the same. It's what I did about the circumstances that made all the difference. I flipped the script. They went from a perfect reason why I can't to I have to. And when that happens, the magic is what happens in the brain. You go from a poor, lazy mindset that's easy to find excuses, and when you're finding excuses, you cannot learn. Excuses and learning cannot occupy the brain at the same time. So when I flipped the script and I said, well, these are all perfect reasons why I have to, then my brain switched from poor and lazy excuse making to rich and creative, let's find solutions to my problems. So that's what I did. That was the beginning of it all. That's why when I observe people now, I intrinsically observe them, and whenever I see somebody, they want something, and then they rationalize their circumstances as why they can't, I'm like, they're going to forget it, they're done. They just rip themselves off before anybody else ever could. So people routinely rip themselves off before anybody could, no matter what promise was broken to them, what their boss did, what the economy did, it doesn't matter. That person rips themselves off before anybody else could, just as I did, and we all do. And then, but there's always hope for somebody. I draw analogies of like, draw a line in the sand and jump over it with both feet, not one planted on one side and one timidly tucked on the other. Both feet jump over that line and decide that you're going to be in the business of figuring stuff out, learning and love learning and finding answers to solutions so that you can open your brain into a rich and creative mindset that is feverishly always looking for answers, right? And so then when I observe people doing that, and I observe them flipping that switch or that script in their mind going, yeah, I have to because of these. So the circumstance is still the same, but now I'm realizing these are actually perfect reasons why I have to do something. Then I'm like, okay, that person, they're going to do something. They're going to do something great. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. So once I flipped that script in my head, all those circumstances in my life of I'm too stupid, I got straight D's in school, special ed students, still barely passed, no idea what I'm doing, never done anything, I have no money, no job, no income, no time. I really had no time. That was a big one too. I just flipped the script. Okay, these are reasons why I have to do this because I'm sick and tired of it. I'll just be pissing and moaning about it again a year from now, 2 years, 10 years from now. I'll live and die under this pressure. And I don't want to do that anymore. So these have to become perfect reasons because I want to emerge at some point in the future a freer, happier, healthier human being. At some point in the future, I want to emerge that way. And it's not going to happen if I don't see this as a perfect reason to do it. So then I got started. And that was that. Then my only saving grace was I loved learning something new with a never give up kind of attitude. So I would fail, and I would fail, I would fail, but I'd keep learning, and I'd keep learning from other. Eventually, I decided it would be a good idea to learn from other people that had been there, done that, figured it out, willing to teach me. That's leveraging intellectual acuity of other people who are smarter than you in a certain niche area, right? That's probably the most important leverage that there is. Second most important leverage is money leverage, right? But the first important is leveraging the skills of other people who've been there, done that, smarter than you and willing to teach you. And then you just shut up and follow directions. So that's what I did. And that was my saving grace, just the overall loving of learning and then applying what I learned and never giving up. And that's how anybody can guarantee themselves to be successful. That's how anybody can guarantee themselves to be successful. It's like when you're eager to get in and fail fast, fail big, fail as often as you can, but learn along the way. Just never give up and love learning. Like instead of seeing problems as problems, you see problems as opportunities to learn something new and be a little less dumb or a little more smart, whichever energy you vibe with. But the concept is the same. And so what I love about this is that the company I signed up with that my girlfriend at the time invited me into, it's a health company, health and fitness and overall wellness, which everybody needs. So that's like a marketplace of everybody. It's like everybody in the country and the world suddenly is within your marketplace because without health, death, right? So we all need it. And there's a lot of people interested in it. So there would never be a marketplace that will dry up in that industry. It's pretty cool. So I just learned how to build that, and the income type is key. The income type is residual. So, you know, a job, and almost every self-employed person out there, it's ordinary money. That means you have to keep showing up at some place or it stops coming in. So your time, how you spend your time is shackled, and your time is manipulated by that money dependency to pay bills and eat, and that's bullshit. That's a pyramid scam. Every job bar none is a pyramid scam. And most self-employed experiences too, for that matter. So the key difference is residual money. In other words, you make the upfront investment of your time in your spare time. Because remember, one of the reasons we don't do this, me included, too busy, I have no time. And then it became a reason why I have to do this, because I have no time and I want to emerge at some point in the future having freedom of my time. So the idea is the upfront investment of your time even if it's just a few minutes a day, but it's consistent for a period of time. Could be a year, could be 2 years, could be 5 years, I don't know. But an upfront investment of your time, building this beautiful residual leveraged income so that eventually you emerge at some point in the future where you don't have to keep showing up anymore. You could take a vacation, you could do something else, another project that's interesting that pays nothing or costs you money, but you got the money because you're covered now because you got residual income. You made that upfront investment of your time to build residual money. And then you're a free human being. And I call it the 2 to 5 year plan. I think that's pretty reasonable. And the 2 to 5 year plan to retire richer than you were when you're working is the speed of light, compared to the 40-year plan to retire poorer than you were when you were working. That's a pyramid scam. The first one is freedom. The first one is legit, it's real. The first one is what we're designed for as human beings. I don't think we were designed to be controlled and manipulated through the dependency of money. I don't think we were meant to be obedient workers to an establishment that is completely rigged against us in a pyramid scam known as ordinary earned income at your job or your self-employment experience for most self-employed people. So that was the difference. You're going to work hard anyway. You might as well work hard in a way that is going to set you up so that you will eventually no longer have to work and you get paid regardless of how you spend your time. That's freedom, to get paid and have your bills covered and all that regardless of how you spend your time, where your time has been decoupled from your income. That's when you're a free human being. So that's the difference, and that's the offer, and that's something you cannot resist because everybody wants to be free. So if you like the idea of health and that the marketplace is the entire world, I mean really, because without it we're dead, and you like the marriage concept of marrying health and money together so that you can have health and money and have the freedom to spend your time how you want and the breadth and the vitality to be able to do what you want with your time because the product is health, then ask me for info about my company. I'll send you info. You can, if there's a sincere interest, then we can go from there and move forward with it from there if there's a sincere interest. And that's the offer that you cannot resist. So please share this video. It's a multi-purpose video, obviously. A lot to do with my house, and this is very sentimental for me because I've got a lot of great memories in this house, and you know, I'm giving it up. Somebody else can enjoy this house now. I'll enjoy the cash flow, they'll enjoy the house. And the cash flow, my entire rental property business, all my units that I have, actually, I've never taken out a distribution for myself. That whole income, 100% of it, rolls back over into itself to buy more properties. That's why in my first year and a half that I started this, I was able to get 5 properties. I rolled it all back into itself. And so how do I afford to do that? How can I afford to not take any income from this? Which, by the way, puts me miles and miles, light years ahead of the rest of the people that get into this business, because they typically have to take at least some of that income, if not all of it, to live off of. So how is it I'm in a place to be ahead of everybody else and afford my cost of living? And I like to travel. I'm traveling here again soon to the annual Health, Healing, and Happiness Conference in Las Vegas. I can't wait. And to see some friends out there and to have fun. So how do I afford all this stuff if I don't take any income for myself? It's because of everything that offer I made for you that you can't resist. It's irresistible. It's because I got into that and I built that up first, that upfront investment of my time and my spare time, until I was in a place that gave me more options. So this funded the initial startup of this rental property business, which is tens of thousands of dollars to do a down payment on your first home. Most people can't afford that. So even just getting in the door, it required that first residual income from the health and fitness business, right? And then to keep it going, reinvesting it back into itself and still taking money from that health and fitness business to get more units and more buildings. That was like, call it a springboard. It's like the ultimate springboard. When you have residual money, it never runs. It's like the bottomless income stream. It just keeps coming, and you don't have to keep showing up anymore to make it keep coming. So your time is decoupled from your income. So you have freedom of your time, and you have more options to do things like you want to get into real estate because it's smart, and you want to have a property management company take care of it so that you don't have to know your tenants and you don't have to ever do anything with your properties. I do nothing with my properties. My property management company does all of it. I don't even know my tenants. The tenants that moved in here, most likely, I'll never know them either. And so I'm left alone to do what I want with my time. So it was a springboard. That's how I'm able to do it. It's that springboard. Most people want to build that springboard first before they do some other interesting project that they've always wanted to do. There's a lot of artists who start. And an artist, it's the same deal. An artist doesn't have to start. They can build up a residual thing in their in their spare time first, and then the artist can do his or her work that they love so much that feeds their soul, and it doesn't matter if they make any money, because their time is decoupled from money, and they can spend their time with their art, or their real estate business, or with their family, their friends, traveling, whatever it is. It's that initial springboard of getting into a home business that offers leveraged income, residual money. That was the whole thing. And so it's irresistible, no matter what a person wants to do. That also makes it 100% adaptable to everybody. So the commercially digestible load of crap that is given, because it's easily digestible by the masses, it's not for everyone. It's BS, it's for everyone. The home business arena is for everyone because it's literally adaptable to 100% of the population. It's like, if you want to have freedom of your time and you want more options to do more, who doesn't want that? From there, it's just going to differ on what it looks like from person to person. But to get that springboard, to get that freedom, that's where the home business comes into play with the leveraged residual income. So therefore, it's for everybody. And even the process of building it is 100% for everybody because it depends on you being you, sharing your own story. And what's beautiful about that is your story is yours. Nobody can argue it. I mean, if you get into a home business and you're going to argue the science and the stats and the data, well, that can be debatable, and people can argue it even if they're dead wrong or who knows. But when you're talking about your own story, there is no wrong way. It's your story, it's your truth. So that's how I did it. I mean, remember, I was a straight D student in special ed classes, so I don't feel I was in a place to argue the science and all that kind of stuff anyway. So what I did was I used the product, which was health. I got healthier, and on a daily basis, I would share my story in little digestible bits and pieces at a time. As it unfolded, use the product, this would happen, I'd get stronger, I'd feel better, I was not winded as easily as I used to be, and all these other things, and I learned cool stuff, and I share all these things without selling anything. Like, you scroll up and down my timeline on my social media, there's no links to buy, there's nothing being sold. I'm just sharing my story. So that's how it's 100% adaptable to anybody, that anybody can do it, because you just share your freaking story. And that's your truth. Nobody can argue, nobody's going to argue it, you know? So that's how I built it. Because when you're sharing your story, some people are going to be inspired by it, and they're going to ask you, what are you doing? I got goals of my own, there's stuff I want to do. Maybe I might like this too, who knows? And then you just give them information, and it's a real, organic, natural, unforced way to do it. So it's 100% adaptable to anybody. And so when I hear somebody say, it's not for everyone, I respectfully disagree with that. I think it's just the commercially digestible thing to say for the masses, because the masses need things that I guess are easily digestible. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't believe that nonsense at all. It's 100% for everybody, and it's irresistible. No matter which way you slice it, it's irresistible. Because everybody has a story, and everybody wants to share their story, and everybody wants to be free to do what they want with their time, and have their time decoupled from their income so they can do what they want. So it's 100% for everybody, and irresistible, and all those things. So reach out to me privately, tell me you want to know more, I'll send you info, and if there's a sincere interest at that point, we'll go from there. And that's about it. From my house to yours, and my very happy tenants, mystery tenants, I have no idea who they are, who they will be. I'll probably never ever meet them. Thank you, property management companies. It was fun. This is officially the very last final video, the final video, because I did a final video before they demoed this place and did all this beautiful work. And so now this is the final video of the finished product. Turn the light on for the final. Maybe. Shed some light on the subject. So the final video This is hard to turn this thing off and tap finish because there's so much sentimental value here and history here for me in these past 8 years. This is really an incredible house for me to have. Served its purpose. Really happy to let somebody else enjoy this house now while I enjoy the cash flow. Win-win. And my property management team makes money. So win-win-win. It's all good. You have a great day too, Mel. Debbie, thank you very much. It does look beautiful. Hi, Missy, Anne, Valerie, Debbie. Sorry if I missed anybody. I will stitch all the videos together and the pictures I've taken through the construction process into one very long video. Holy shit, that's going to be a long video. But bye for now, for real this time. It's hard, man, it's hard. But it's time to move on to the next phase. What's your next phase going to look like? How are you going to move forward? You going to reach out about that irresistible offer? Got a plan? I don't know. But as for me, there's a next phase. The mystery of tomorrow is pretty motivating. Bye for now, everybody. My next video will be somewhere other than here. And speaking of that, less than a month from now, I will be in Las Vegas attending Health, Healing, and Happiness. I'll probably take dozens of pages of notes. I'll share everything that I've learned from experts from around the world on the topic matters of health, healing, and happiness. It'll all be out there. Bye for now. I'm such a sentimental sap, aren't I?